The ultimate tournament of everything.
Welcome to this Tournament of Everything Scouting Report, where we take a look at one competitor out of all of Infinity and tell you why they deserve a spot in our tournament.
There are plenty of fish in the great sea of infinity, but we're really only looking one for this fish dinner that we are about to serve up here in the form of a scouting report. So, Rob, why don't you tell us which randomly, caught contestant we're going to be discussing presently?
Our contestant today is the USS Winnebago, the one built in 1863.
Yes, now this Winnebago isn't something that you would necessarily just take on a road trip. This was a double turret Milwaukee class river monitor named for the Winnebago tribe of the Siouan Indians and built for the Union Navy during the American Civil War. Participated in the Battle of Mobile Bay in 1864, during which she was lightly damaged, as well as the bombardments of Fort Gaines and Morgan.
In early 1865, the Winnebago again supported Union forces during the Mobile Campaign as they attacked Confederate fortifications defending the city of Mobile, Alabama. She was placed in reserve at the end of the war and then sold in 1874. I'm assuming to just some lovely farmer who lived by a river, but I don't know. I totally forget that there was naval combat during the Civil War. It seems more of a land-based operation, but apparently there were battles from the rivers.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we can even go back to the Revolutionary War, and there's that great photo that someone managed to take of George Washington crossing the Delaware. But this was a much larger ship. Now, the Winnebago was a 229-foot long overall with a beam of 56 feet. The ship had a depth of hold of 8 foot 6 inches and a draft of 6 feet. She was 970 tons burthen and displaced 1,300 long tons, and her crew numbered 138 officers and enlisted men.
Now, the ship was powered by a two-cylinder horizontal non-condensing steam engine, each driving two propellers, and it also had a main armament consisting of four smooth-bore muzzle-loading 11-inch guns mounted into twin turrets. Now, the cylindrical turrets were protected by 8 layers of wrought iron 1-inch thick plates, and the sides of the hull consisted of 3 layers of those plates backed by 15 inches of pine. The deck was heavily cambered to allow headroom for the crew on such a shallow draft, and it consisted of iron plates 3/4 of an inch thick, and the pilot house, positioned behind and above the bow turret, was protected by 3 inches of armor. This sounds like a very weighty vessel.
It was. And so was her sister, for the Winnebago had a sister named Milwaukee, and both of them sailed upriver on the 28th of March to attack a Confederate transport and forced it into retreat. But Milwaukee struck a mine in an area previously swept as they were returning downriver. She remained afloat forward, which permitted her crew to escape without loss. And the Winnebago later protected a convoy carrying some 13,000 troops under Major General Frederick Steele to Selma and Montgomery, Alabama later in April. By the 28th of April, the Monitor, along with the gunboats USS Octorara and Sebago, was blockading the Confederate ironclad Nashville and the gunboat Morgan to the Tombigbee River until their surrender.
Now, the Winnebago was placed in ordinary on the Algiers side of the Mississippi, and ordinary means one of those out for service or maintenance is what it is. Now, across from New Orleans on September 27th, she was renamed twice during that time, first to Tornado, and then resumed her original name, the Winnebago. She was then sold at auction September 12th, 1874, and that is the entirety of what we know, according to Wikipedia, about this lovely ship.
Now, this ship may have been placed in ordinary, but it was obviously extraordinary, as is this, the ultimate tournament of everything. For we bring you exciting content just like this, big gunship worth of knowledge every single day in the form of these scouting reports. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you can find our full length episodes where we have just an absolute battle. 9 rounds, 2 competitors facing off against one another in a metaphorical, what do you call, water-based battles?
Naval combat.
Naval combat metaphorically here of Infinity. 9 rounds to figure out who is going to be the victor, moving on to the ultimate second round here. We do this every day, and we hope you join us for it here on the ultimate tournament of everything.
The ultimate tournament of everything.